Marjoram is a good ground plant. Grow very tolerable. See, it's growing right next to the driveway. And in wood chips. Most plants can grow in wood chips, depending on what wood chips they are. If they're non-acidic, or the acidicness is already washed away out of it and back into the soil, as well as lemon balm, lemon verbenum. That's a little bit more woody plant. And clover, another good one, another ground plant. And spearmint. Spearmint's another hardy one that and I'm trying to remember this one too. It's also pretty hardy. We had one, and then those flowers fell over there and over here. And now there's all this right here, and it's pretty protected from and herb Robert too. And Leanne's lace, another pretty hardy one. Looks like a white firecracker when it blooms. And broadleaf plantango. This one's a skinny leaf one. Got a lot growing here. Probably just for yelling at my dad for cutting it down, because these grow back quite fast and they look unique. To just about any other plant. The straight veins on there. And here's a mason bee, I think. Oh, I got spooked. And horseradish is another one that can grow a lot of different places. And it has nice white flowers. In about a couple of years, when it finally gets enough heat to it. I don't know if that's actually the horseradish. I think that is. And apple trees are another one for the guild. You can. I tried to convince my parents to put the comfrey plant right here. The dandelions are also really good for keeping in moisture into the soil if you don't have access to wood chips. Or lemon balm. Bond. I'll just say bond. I enjoy seeing the other one. That's another one. There's another one to grow under your tree is rhubarb, and rhubarb is growing nicely next to it as well. Intertwined. And this is also attracting pollinators, as well as the parsley is about to, and oregano, which is basically the same, the spicy version of marjoram. And we got strawberries all over the garden and white onions. These come back every year. And I think this is a cherry tree that was planted by the birds over where the blueberry. I don't know if we might leave that there. Might even transplant this, but looks like it's coming back. And this is the other one. And these might actually be related to amaranth. Version of amaranth. I should probably put this in. Bring this in. And more dandelions holding the moisture in, and daylilies. And a watermelon, looks like. And irises. And a Japanese maple. And more greens and lettuces and peppers and tomatoes and a pepper. Probably should put and peppers and tomato plants. Oh, these aren't very good for us. And berdock. The flowers themselves are pretty good too. Made in tea. Enjoying that. Trying to remember what this is. Let it grow back the next year. This is actually pretty good cat grass because you can also, it's soft, and you can also use it as cat grass as well as a toy for the cat as well. So you just pull one of these off and you got your own free toy. And you got more strawberries and colored greens. Another flower, I don't remember what that is called now. Dude. This right here for the cat. Where's the cat? Putting it right here where it's bare. And we don't have to water as much either. And this is sunchokes, also another type of potato. And they'll take over if you let them. I started with one after many years. And I wonder what's happening here. With this artichoke. Was it 5 years now? Yeah, but it works the second year. But some varieties that I've seen are able to make up flowers the first year. And before you I might cut it off and see what happens, and see if this one will grow faster and bigger if I cut this stalk off. But I'll let Mom decide that. This is more berdock. And strawberries. Plum tree. And potatoes going out of the compost bin pile. And clingers, also known as goosegrass. Should make more tinctures from that. I know how to do it. And at first we thought this wasn't a good thing, having the trees right here growing. But I'm pretty sure it's good, but we probably should have cut these way up higher, way up here, so there aren't as many branches, and then we can actually see the flowers of the hydrangeas. Now he just bent it off. Oh, and daylilies and planters, they can move around, and poppies and morning glories. I might make a tincture out of this, because I think Mom's gonna probably tear this out if I don't. And guess what this one is? This plant. I'll give you a minute to figure it out. So that's the Y. Comment below what your answer, or if you prove that you have gone this far into the video. Taking the tops off. Flowers. Okay. And also comment what this is. And what you what you're usually telling people when you point to the top of your wrist is the name of this herb. So comment that below too. And I'll tell you later after I go visit the fairy garden. That's a nice one. Flower. Trees. How's the petition gonna help? Yeah, get out there or visualize. Okay, I was just thinking about what's happening in Brazil and their native forests. And what we can do about that. And I believe this is actually right here, this leaf. This is a walnut tree. And it smells like walnut. Green walnut husks on my fingers now, which is kind of nice. Oh, I don't know if I flip the camera. Should probably get a holder. I'm gonna do YouTube. There's no door inside. I guess no bugs can get inside, but no fairies can get inside either. Two different, actually, 3 different plants in this planter. You got this, like a mint, and this succulent, and then this succulent, and then this one. These 2 are, see if you can figure that one out too. And I said this one earlier, which is Herb Robert. I'll give you 20 seconds to figure it out. And it's the same name. This, and this, and this, and this, and this are all different varieties of the same plant. And it's a cute mushroom. Oh, one more. Just there you go, I'm in the front. Or cute. What was that? Okay, and now I'm going back to here. There's different names. Oh, wait, mistake on this side. I'm probably making you guys dizzy, moving so much. And this is thyme or thyme. I'll wait until they turn off their car. You can hear the birds. Oh, there's a lot of plants in it too. This also has a lot of plants. clingers and berdock and primrose. And put the leaves on the soil. Move the leaves back to the soil. And see if you can guess what this one is. Well, I tell you. The other one. And this thing is film a farm. So I tell them ahead of time. Not to turn on their tractors for an hour one filming. And what I like about the podcast is that you can actually hear, I can see if the background noise is making a lot of noise. But even in YouTube, if you do it while you're on YouTube, it doesn't tell you if the background noise is overshadowing the normal volume. Oh. If I